What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Gimme Them Keys. Today we're into something a little bit different. We're in a Mini Cooper. Now this Mini Cooper is owned by one of my best friends, Stephen Miller. You probably heard me talk about him on the channel. We go back way back to E36 content long time ago. Not on the channel, before Instagram, all this stuff. Like back when I first got Ebony, we kind of talked about E36s, became good friends, and we're still good friends. Since then, he has sold his E36 probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago now. He had some, just normal dailies, just Honda Accord. I think he had a Tahoe with like a police package and stuff, and just comfortable dailies, just living his life. And after a while, the mod bug starts to bite you. So today, now he has a Mini Cooper. He just picked this up maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and he's already done mods to it. Like, he couldn't wait. For instance, the first thing, this thing has a CAE Shifter, which is, the big rod, the chassis mounted shifter, and it feels pretty cool. I drove one when I drove that E46 for the first time, and like I said, I loved it, and I'm already loving this one. I haven't really got into the car yet because it's cold. I just left his house, but so far this thing is pretty awesome. It's a pretty neat dark gray. He told me the color, but I forgot already. I'll put the name on the screen, and it's a turbocharged one. The Mini Coopers, they come base NA models, and they have the Mini Cooper S, and they're either supercharged or turbo, I guess, depending on the year. This is a turbo version. I don't know how much boost it's gonna make, but he does have mods. He does have a ATM intercooler. He has a M-Cube Stage 2 tune or something like that. He says make sure I really give them a good shout out because he really worked magic on his tune, and he says his car completely transformed after that. So if you have a Mini Cooper S, a turbo one, maybe even supercharged one, I'm assuming he tunes those too, definitely look into M-Cubed, and guess just check out his Instagram and maybe try to get a tune from him. So there's your little 30 seconds of fame. M-Cubed, I got you, man. I can't wait to see what your tune does for this car. Steven hasn't really done appearance mods on this car. He's more of a function over form kind of guy, so everything on the outside still looks stock. But as far as brake pads, he has the Hawk HP Plus, which are really good for track. He's got racing harness. He does actually track the car. He went to AMP not too long ago. He did, stainless steel brake lines and all that stuff, poly bushings everywhere. It's Meister Club Race something suspension coilovers. Hold on. Meister R Club Race coilovers, that's what he has. Also has catless downpipes, a carbon fiber intake, and RE71R tires. Those Bridgestones, I really love those tires. Super grippy, so he says it still does spin a little bit. So I imagine this thing's got to be some kind of peppy to spin those tires. Its interior is pretty cool too. Oh, I also got to turn on the sport button. I turned on the sport button. Now, the way it's set up is when the sport button is on, it's actually, that's when the tune is actually on. So if you don't have the sport button on, you're just driving regular. So we'll see what the sport button does. And one thing I thought was always interesting with this car was the interior. I already heard a pop just from turning on. Oh yeah, it's popping now. You put the tune on, now it's popping. It's actually a stock exhaust. Oh, this thing has a little kick to it, man. This thing's gonna be fun. Oh, this thing's gonna be sick. We're still warming up, so I'm still being nice to it. Oh, this thing's gonna be sick. I can't wait, especially with the shifter. Oh man, I can't wait. Anyways, what I was saying, the interior is always funny on this car because there's these huge gauges. You got this huge RPM gauge and this very overly sized speedometer. So I mean, if you ever get pulled over by the police and they say you were speeding, you can't lie and say you don't know how fast you were going because it's in your face. That was like half throttle and it's already doing like 10 PSI. That blow-up out sounds sick. Oh man. He told me I'm gonna want one of these cars right after I drive it. He told me I'm gonna want one, and I don't know, I'm kind of having fun already. Don't sleep on the Mini Cooper, man. I think it's technically a BMW. Don't quote me on that, but I know Mini Coopers are like a product of BMW, just like Rolls Royces too. So, hey, I love Rolls Royces, I love BMWs, and so far I'm loving Mini. But we warmed up. I'm getting to the the more open area, so I can play around. But that way I can see ahead for cops. Not that I'm doing anything illegal. I mean, I'm definitely obeying the speed limit, like I always do. Our road's about to open up. Sport mode is on. It means the tune is on. Traction is off. Mini Cooper S. Oh yeah, it's spinning. Oh, I forgot to put the windows down. I want to get a bunch of wind noise. I'm gonna put it down, do a couple pulls just in case there's wind noise, and you'll know. But this thing is sick. With this mod, it's supposed to be making around 230, 240 wheel horsepower. But you know, it's a Mini Cooper. They're like 2,400 pounds. So I mean, the power to weight ratio, you know it's there. And especially since it's turbo, you get that extra kick when the boost kicks in. This thing is fun. I like this thing. Especially with this shifter. Man, this shifter makes driving any car fun. If I had a manual Toyota Camry with this shifter, I'd have fun driving it. Shifter's like so notchy, and it's like in such a good place too, because the way these seats are, I feel like I'm sitting very high in them, and the center console's like way at the bottom. So I mean, it feels like a regular shifter. I feel like I'd really have to reach down and shift gears, but this thing is like in a perfect position for shifting. My arm is relaxed when I'm doing it, so I mean, I couldn't ask for a better placement. Such a good mixture of the blow-off valve, the turbo spool, and then the pops in the end. Oh, this car sounds sick. Oh, it feels like a go-kart. Oh, God. Those things still going sideways in third. Damn. Yo, I am flying around these corners. I can't tell you how fast I'm going. I know how fast I'm going because this big ass thing, but this thing handles so effortlessly. And the steering wheel's kind of small, so I mean, it doesn't take much to turn it. Oh, I've been traffic down. Well, man, this thing is sick, man. This is a good daily right here. There's not much room, you know. I mean, it's actually bigger than I think. You know, it's bigger than you would think. It's not tiny back there. I feel like, nah, I ain't fitting back there. I take that back. And like every other car I drove, now I want a Mini Cooper. U-turn in the middle of the street. That was perfectly legal. And so is this. what size turbo it is. I know he still has stock turbo. I don't think he needs any more, to be honest. I think anything higher than this, like another like 20 or 30 horsepower, is just gonna be spinning the whole time. Because I mean, this thing, even in third gear, is kind of fighting for traction. This is enough. You really don't need more than this. This is enough. This is enough to get you in trouble if you're not paying attention. Oh my God, man. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I'm going to take this thing back before I get in trouble. I'll probably get in trouble on my way back. But thanks for watching. If you enjoy this stuff, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the Mini Cooper. Do you think the Mini Cooper is a good value? Because these cars are not that expensive right now. They're small cars, but they're functional cars. So I mean, you get one for like a track car, or get one, just a daily. I mean, he dailies and tracks his cars. I mean, he's got both of them.